Hey guys, welcome to Friends in High Places podcast. I'm Carissa and I'm going to be your host on this podcast. For today's first episode ever, I thought I would keep it a little short, simple, and brief and just kind of explain what I want to be doing with this podcast and where my podcast journey started. So I've been planning this podcast for a little over a year now. It actually started out as me and my best friend's idea to do one. And unfortunately, kind of real life got in the way. Cole and I were very busy traveling and touring. She started her own career adventure. She got a new job. And so we kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit and it got put on hold. So once COVID hit and my crazy lifestyle kind of got really put on a hold, I decided that I really wanted to take this on and start this new adventure. And so since she was really busy, I just kind of called her up one day and said, hey, would you mind if I did this on my own? And then when you have more time and are more free with your schedule, I would love for you to be a part of it too. So whether that's being a guest or she kind of starts becoming my second little host, that would be so awesome. And she was 100% down for me to do this. So yeah, here I am. It's been a long time coming and I am just so excited for it to finally be here. The reason I wanted to start podcasting and got so interested in it is because I really love listening to podcasts myself. I feel like podcasts are a really good way to educate yourself, and for even as a podcaster yourself, you can be educated by interacting with your fans, interacting with your listeners, and when you're talking about certain topics, hear what other people's opinions are and ideas are, how they view certain things. So on this podcast, I really want to chat about like current events, things I'm interested in, and just like what's going on in the world, or just kind of chatting up with guests and educating myself, educating you guys, and just having a fun time with it. I want it to be as real and raw as possible. I don't want to do much editing. That is one of my main goals, is to not edit the shit out of my episodes. I want you guys to hear the real me. So I'm not perfect. I'm going to probably pronounce words wrong. I might say a million times. That's something I've already realized I am really bad with. Right there. See, I have done a lot of practice episodes, and that was one thing that was driving me crazy, was all the ums. But that's who I am. That's how it goes. So I hope it doesn't annoy you guys too much. Another thing I want to do with this podcast is I want to have a lot of guests on it. I think that all the people in my life, all my friends, my family, everybody that I love and care about, I feel like we have such great conversation. I feel like conversations we have are very relatable, very interesting, very educational, and I just think it would be cool to share it with the world. I've had so many conversations in the past year that I'm like, man, this would be a wicked podcast episode. Like, frick, I wish I had a microphone just recording what we just talked about for the last hour, half an hour, whatever. And so that's another big reason why I decided to do this. So I'm really hoping to have a lot of my friends and family on here. I'm hoping to have a lot of special guests, and I don't know who that will be at this point, but I'm really hoping to meet a lot of awesome people and pick their brains, see what they have to say, pick their beliefs and their interests, and, just people that I can relate to and people I can learn from. I also want to do a lot of solo episodes. Maybe not a lot, because I don't know, I feel like I have a lot better conversation flow when I do have a guest on. That's something I have also learned from kind of the practice episodes I have recorded in the past few months, is I do really enjoy having a person here to chat with, because I just feel like I'm more comfortable, the conversation flows a bit better, and I also don't want you guys to be like, okay, bitch, we fucking get it, you're rambling, like, get on to the next topic or end the episode kind of thing. So one of my main goals is to have a lot of guests, but I do want to do some solo episodes. So if that is something you guys are interested in hearing, then let me know, and I 100% will record as many solo episodes as you guys want to hear. I actually did record what was going to be my first episode a few months ago, and I kind of listened back to it a few times, and it was more of like my life story and how I've become the person I am today. And as cool as it was, I was just kind of like, man, that's a lot for the first episode. Maybe I should just keep it kind of simple. So if that is something you guys are interested in hearing, is, my past life journey and how I've gotten to be where I am today, then let me know, and I definitely will drop a kind of all about Carissa episode. But for the first one, I just kind of wanted to chat with you guys about what I want to do with this and where it all began. And so it actually really became a thing, like I said earlier, during quarantine. And that's one thing I think about COVID, is that it is as devastating and crazy as this pandemic has been. I think it has really shown a lot of people the inner journey within ourselves that maybe we didn't realize we had to kind of whether work on, fix, or really truly start. That's kind of what I realized is during the quarantine, during the first wave actually, was, man, I have a lot of self-work to do. I love being a part of Cole's lifestyle. I love being a part of his career, and I've had nothing but the most amazing time living this life with him. But once everything kind of got put on hold, I kind of realized, man, I need my own thing. I need like my own independent thing. And I've been really lost in the sauce of his career and his music journey and everything. And so I really kind of took some time to figure out what I needed to do in order to work on myself and in order to become more independent. Because I did used to have a full-time job. I was a manager at a restaurant for quite a few years, and that was like the first 3 years of mine and Cole's relationship. And then I quit my job because Cole really wanted me to start coming on tour with him and being more a part of his business and his career and lifestyle. And so I did. I quit my job and really started traveling with him and just doing things with him and for his business and just to help him in his career. And I mean, I've had, like I said earlier, I've had the most amazing time doing it. Like, it's been the best life I could have ever asked for. It's been the coolest journey, the coolest experience, like seeing all these amazing places, seeing Cole do what he loves to do and really fulfilling his dream and his success has just been incredible. But I definitely did kind of lose myself in it. So I decided to get a full-time job. And I did. I got a full-time job at in the cannabis industry, And that was really cool. It's something I've been very interested in for a really long time. Cannabis is one of my best friends, and being able to work in the industry was super awesome. I had the best experience. I didn't work there for long, but I did for a few months, and it was really cool just to learn the behind the scenes of it, and kind of, if I ever want to do it in the future, I already have a bit of experience under my belt. So that was really cool. And then I actually quit that job because my dad's wife and I decided to start our own business and company. It is called Tippy Toes Cleaning. Little plug there. She has been a professional cleaner for about 20 plus years. She is so incredible at what she does, and she's told me so many times how she'd really love to have her own business and her own cleaning company, but she just doesn't understand how to sell herself. And because today's day and age is so much about the internet and social media and marketing and selling yourself online, she just said, like, I just don't know how to do that. And I said, well, I'll freaking help you. Like, I'm so down to help you make this dream come true. Like, let's do this. So that's kind of the role I play within the business, but I'm also going to be helping her on job sites and stuff. But so that was another step of my kind of independent journey. And her and I are so excited about it. I know amazing things are going to come from it. We've already had some amazing opportunities come up, and we're both just so excited. So that's one big thing that I did to, again, continue on my independent journey and working on myself. And then this podcast as well. I really am so excited to have like my own platform, my own thing, and somewhere I can kind of like chat and speak about what I believe in, and yeah, just like hang out and do my thing. So that is one thing I'm really excited about with this podcast too, is feeling again a little more independent, having my own platform, my own outlet. And I just know that this pandemic has really hit the world, everybody, in so many different ways. And I know it doesn't seem like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I know that everyone's kind of going through their own phases within this quarantine and this time. And I was there too. I had some really dark days. I had some really sad days. I had some really just like unmotivated days. And it takes a lot to pick yourself up and be like, okay, you got to shake it off. You got to start working on yourself. You got to start doing things to make you feel better and make your life better. And that's just kind of what I did. And it wasn't easy. I'm talking like this was a very breeze adventure. It wasn't. It took me a lot of time, and I'm very blessed to have the support I do. Cole and I definitely went through some really big ups and downs the last 9 months for sure during this quarantine time. Him and I both came to the realization that we both need some time to like work on ourselves apart from our relationship. And it, again, wasn't easy, but I think him and I are really coming out on the bright side of everything right now. And things are so much more positive. Him and I have done so much work on ourselves, and honestly, I'm just so proud of both of us for all the progress we have made. And there's still progress to be made. It's not like, boom, we're perfect now. Like, that's life. You always have something to work on. Everybody does. Nobody's perfect. But I do feel like this pandemic really opened up our eyes to things that we needed to work on within ourselves in order to make ourselves stronger and better and healthier, and same with our relationship. And yeah, we've just done a lot of growing together and apart, but not in a negative way apart. So yeah, I hope that everyone out there is maybe experiencing kind of similar things. You know, as much as and how scary self-work can look, I don't think it is a scary and negative thing. I know it isn't a scary or negative thing, but I hope people don't look at it that way when they kind of hit that dark side and that dark area of like what is going on, because I feel like this pandemic has done that to all of us. And I just hope that whoever is listening, if you can relate, you have, taken it on and you have done things to help improve yourself, and you have done things to work on yourself and steps. And remember, it's just baby steps. It's not something that happens overnight. It's not something that happens in a month. You can't put a timeline on self-work. It is a continuous thing. And if you are working towards doing it, that's the only thing you can do. And that's awesome. And that's great. And whether it's little steps, big steps, that's fine. It's always something that everybody needs to do. And I think this pandemic really opened the world's eyes to what is important in life, and that we need to maybe stop and appreciate what we have and the people we have and the lives we have, because things can happen very quickly and go wrong very quickly. And I think that the last year has really shown us it's time to kind of stop, put our phones down, put our electronics down, and just be present and just be happy with what we have and be thankful and grateful for what we have. But I'm getting a little dark here. I'm getting a little crazy here. So I'm going to step out of this pandemic talk, and I'm just going to say that that's kind of where I'm at. That's where my first episode, I wanted to say, kind of just touch base on what I'll be talking about, kind of where I'm at in life right now, what brought me to this adventure. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. I hope you have a very Happy New Year. Welcome to 2021, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay positive, and thank you for tuning in. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.